Football Hall of Famer who knows a thing or two about the Tampa Bay Buccaneers getting to the Super Bowl and winning it. He was a cornerstone of the team that did it 18 years ago, Super Bowl 37 champion. Derrick Brooks joining us. Derrick, how are you, pal?
I'm doing all right, Mike, and yourself?
I'm doing great, and I just noticed as the shot came up, if there's ever a shortage of footballs in the world, you will make a lot of money.
Oh, man. Oh, my God. Don't thank me. My wife, she found all these balls that I collected, and she kind of put together this thing behind me. So I pretty much kept every interception or touchdown that I was involved in. I kept the ball, and she found them, and this was she got set up behind me.
It looks awesome. She did a great job. What's the one ball that you would never part with?
Oh, I would say all of them, but probably the interception for a touchdown in Super Bowl 37. That is one that I had to keep close to my arm after that game. I didn't let it go. I didn't trust the equipment manager with it. I didn't trust family with it. I kept that ball the whole time. So I would probably say that's the one I would not part ways with.
Derrick, you're on the host committee for this Super Bowl. How different is this Super Bowl? Just the fact that fans aren't going to be there like they normally would. The media is not there like it normally is. And how unfortunate is this for Tampa, the city of Tampa, which wanted this Super Bowl and now has it, but it's going to be so different.
Mm-hmm. Well, Shireen, I would say that we're not taking the attitude of it's unfortunate. We're taking the attitude that we're taking advantage of everything that we do have. And we do have a great game that we're celebrating with our team, the Bucs, celebrating the first part of history by getting here. It's going to be enough people watching and participating that's rooting them on to be a part of this. Now, obviously, things have changed when it comes to the media and your guys covering the game, and you've and your colleagues have had to make that transition all year long. So we look at this as you guys are used to doing this in this same space and place. We just want to make sure you guys continue to have all the access points that you've had in previous years when it comes to a Super Bowl. Now, yes, we've had to rewrite the blueprint, no doubt about it. Everything that we've learned the past few years, we've had to throw half of it out and pivot and make audibles and adjustments to make sure that everything involving safety and healthcare and protocols are first and foremost in all of our fans' lives. And we're still having some familiar events. We just scale back, obviously, the number of participants when you have to limit the capacity. So we've tried to keep all the fan experience things in. We just had to reduce the amount of access in terms of fans being able to attend. So yes, we've set the stage for the cities that's coming behind us that they don't have to start from zero like we did.
Hey, Derrick, when you played for the Buccaneers, you made number 55 legendary. There's now a linebacker on the team wearing number 45. When you see Devin White, what is your reaction?
Explosive, playmaker. You can see he's getting even more comfortable in this defense, which is taking advantage of his skill set. Obviously, they drafted him where they drafted him to be a playmaker and an impact player, and Devin has done that. At the same time, Mike, I do have to recognize the young man beside him, Lavonte David. And I think Lavonte has been one of probably the most consistent players for a long time in this league that hasn't gotten the attention. And I think Lavonte and him playing together do a good job of complementing each other's skill set. So I really like to think that Lavonte has built into the development of Devin White, but Devin White has definitely come on and shown that he's ready to be the leader of that defense.
Derrick, you guys won with defense back in your day, and this team is so much more on offense. But if you had to draw up a game plan to stop Patrick Mahomes, what would you do? How would you stop him?
Well, Shireen, I know you got some probably some Kansas City people watching this thing, so I don't want to give away any Buck secrets or some conversations that I may not have had. But I'll say this: here's what they can do. If you go back and look, obviously at the Raiders and even last year's Super Bowl, there's a formula there that teams have had success with, and the Bucks, believe it or not, can be very similar in terms of their game plan. Yes, you're going to have to offensively, you're going to have to help your defense when you're playing Patrick Mahomes in this offense by having a consistent running game that eats up clock. Defensively, they've done a good job of getting turnovers in the playoffs. So they've got hot at the right time at creating pressure and creating turnovers. And when Patrick and his offense with Kansas City gives you an opportunity to get a turnover, you have to take advantage of it. Meaning, if you're going up for an interception, you got to come down with the ball. It can't be a pass breakup. When you have him corralled in the pocket, you have to bring him down. Do not let him extend plays and escape and make the plays using his God-given ability that he's made and create an uncomfortable pocket. And lastly, I will say this. They have to take away Kansas City's running game. That is how Kansas City got back in the Super Bowl last year against San Francisco, by running the football and creating an opportunity for downfield passing plays. And they did a great job of that at Green Bay and taking away the running game from Aaron Rodgers. And obviously, when they were able to do it, they made plays against Aaron defensively. So I would say very similar game plans, obviously different skill sets when it comes to these teams. But that, to me, is a pathway of success when you're going against an explosive offense. And at the end of the day, you make it a physical football game.
Derrick, the Buccaneers were 7-5 going into a Week 13 bye week. They're 7-0 since then. The offense gets so much of the attention. I think we overlook collectively how much better the defense has gotten. Where have you seen the most improvement on the defensive side of the ball the past 7 games?
They've gotten healthier. And you go back to the second half of that Atlanta game. That defense came out the second half, and they've been on a roll. As I said before, whether it was creating pressure and turnovers to even scoring themselves and winning the field position battle. And that's where I think the Tom Brady experiment, the Tom Brady expertise in Tampa really showed up when the Bucs were 7-5 and struggling, because they've been in similar positions in the years past, and they've not won enough games to get in the playoffs. When they was reeling down the stretch this year, I think Tom, being in a leadership position, was able to influence this team, keep this team together, and they haven't looked back since the second half of that Atlanta game. That's why I think, again, his experience has influenced the entire football team. But you're right, Mike. The defense, as well as they've been playing, yes, you're going to give up yards in today's game. But you play well in the red zone and you create turnovers in today's game, that equals good defense. Now, obviously, when I played, that was considered terrible defense, giving up all those yards. But in today's games, the offense is going to get yards. You just do what you can to prevent them from scoring in the red zone. And when you have an opportunity to get a turnover, you have to get turnovers.
Derrick, we talk a lot about the Tampa 2 defense. You and Warren Sapp off that defense are in the Hall of Fame. Maybe it's the Tampa 3 defense after this year. Your buddy John Lynch is up for the Hall of Fame again, a finalist, and I've presented him a couple times now, and so is Ira Kaufman from the Tampa Bay area. But what would it mean for John Lynch to go into the Hall of Fame in Tampa with you guys? It would be pretty special, wouldn't it?
Yes, and first I do want to thank you for, taking my phone calls and listening to, every year you're listening to my political speech as I make an argument in a case for John and even Rondé and Simeon. So again, thank you for really asking the question and seeking information. But how fitting would that be if John or Rondé was able to get in? The team is playing and making history, at least by playing in the Super Bowl. It's Super Bowl 55, which always has a special ring to it personally. But to see my good friends, one of them get in, it's just a little bit more than icing on the cake. Obviously, John has been waiting the longest of any of the finalists. And I think, obviously, he's deserving of that honor years ago. So I hope this year is the year. And Rondé, by getting in that top 10, you never know what happens. But I do believe, with my heart of hearts, and including Simeon Rice, that all three of them have Hall of Fame resumes and deserve to join Warren and myself, as well as Leroy Selman, as Tampa Bay Buccaneer Hall of Famers.
Hey, Derrick, last one for you. John Gruden was the coach of the team that won Super Bowl 37. Never got back with the Bucs. Couple of playoff appearances after that, and now 3 years in as Raiders head coach after a long break, not able to get back to the postseason. Do you see it turning for Gruden and him getting back to the postseason on a regular basis with the Raiders?
Yes, I do. And I think each year, Mike, they've gotten a little bit better. I think John has adjusted to his long layoff, from the league, and saw that this is a different league that he's come back to than when he left. And I think they made a good job of that, a good job of adjusting. You look at the changes he's made this offseason on the coaching staff. I'm very impressed with this staff that he has right now. And I believe in it because I know them and I believe in them that they can get things turned around. It doesn't matter that they're in the same division as Kansas City, because they showed last year that they can not only play with them, but they can beat them. So I think the changes that John has made, he's finally got everything solidified. And now just, again, as he and Mike continue to adjust the personnel to the schemes that they have, I still think the Raiders can get back and they make an even bigger jump next year.
Hey, Derrick, awesome stuff. We appreciate you. We appreciate your time. Congratulations on all your success and all the best this week as we get ready for Super Bowl 55.
Congratulations to you guys. And as always, it's fun seeing you on TV and listening to you. And you give my buddy Chris Sims a break, man. You're really hard on Chris.
I love Chris. All right, he makes it easy to be hard on him. Thanks, man. Take care. That's Derrick Brooks, Hall of Famer, Super Bowl 37 champion.
Hi, I'm Mike Tirico, and thanks for watching. Make sure to hit subscribe for the latest news and highlights from NBC Sports.